I'm live. Welcome, everyone. We put the bubbles on. I'm starting to get the gist of this, how this works now. Uh, with the now I set up the membership, so if any of you guys want to become a member, you can figure out. I got 3 levels there. I'm gonna do a landscape here. Later on, I'm gonna do a face, an abstract face. So I'm still new to this, the way that YouTube runs everything. So I'm getting used to it. I understand. I'm starting to understand things now, how all the memberships work and all that. So you got to bear with me. There's 3 levels. I had to set them up. I got the first level's called Picasso. The second one's called. Let me pull it up here. Da Vinci, and then I got the third level's called Van Gogh. And you get different perks in there. This is how YouTube wants us to do it, so I have to do it that way. My Van Gogh level, that's the level 3. It costs $24.99 a month, but that's the one I got a perk in there that they have to approve. And you can imagine what that perk's going to be. If you're a member for so long, you're gonna get one of these paintings, an original. So if you're a member of that, they got to prove that perk though. So I'm starting to understand how that works now and how the chat works and all that. There's super chat, and it kind of just hit me just a while ago when that guy told me you could find out who subscribes to you on the YouTube studio. I went and looked. I still couldn't see, but and then I started reading about unlocking all the membership stuff, and I unlocked the membership thing if you want to become a member, because I am going to lock some of the lives. I'm just going to have for subscribers. Only subscribers will be able to see the live, and members and things like that. So all right, I'm gonna sketch out a landscape here. I kind of want. I'm gonna improvise. Let's start with a big mountain over here on this side. Like I'm gonna try and do something different today. We'll have a mountain peak here. I kind of want to have it kind of rugged. Uh, Maybe I'll have it swoop down and then kind of tie into a smaller one over here. And then I'll have maybe some distant mountains back there. I'm basically just sketching this in. Then I'll have maybe a hill dropping down in here. We'll have like the valley down in here. This acrylic paint, by the way, if I'm trying to get you guys to get interested in painting so you can paint with me. It's pretty fun. I think I want to have some water down here. So what I'm going to do, and I'll have like a river right here coming from over here. And then what I'll do is I'll have some waterfalls coming down this hill into the river. That'll be cool. Okay, so this will be a like a hill here. I'll put some trees over here. That's it. That's the landscape there, and then I'll have some clouds up here, of course. Uh, I like to make them big up here and then smaller, so it looks like they're going off into the distance back here. Okay. If you haven't learned how to uh, do that with your clouds yet, I'll show you on this video once I get to it. Let me shut the bubbles off and I'll get started here. Izzy's on. Right on, Izzy. I just started a membership program. Uh, because I mean that's what YouTube wants you to do now, but I'm still going to do videos for just subscribers, you know. I think they're part of it. But there's a lot of videos I'm going to just go shut off only so subscribers can watch them. It's kind of, that's the way they want us to run it, so I'm just learning, so. But you're a special member already, so. Because you were there in the beginning. Yeah, it just hit me today because I didn't understand why. I didn't understand all the stuff in my YouTube studio, how to use it. So I'm just barely learning that stuff, unlocking membership levels. I got 3 levels, but it'll be all right. It'll be fun. I'm gonna have to create some, you know, certain videos for different level members, which won't be too hard. I got some pretty good perks already for level 3, which is the highest level if someone ends up joining that. But I'm going to try and get this done, and maybe I can watch a little bit of the Super Bowl. I think starts at 3:30. Let's see if this is in focus. Yeah, what I'm doing today, I'm doing some distant mountains here with a hill here. This is going to be a river, but I'm going to drop some waterfalls off this hill into the river, and then put some nice. Maybe I'm going to put some birch trees in here today, going up into the sky. We'll see when I get there. It should turn out pretty good. And this is acrylic paint I'm using, mostly Winsor & Newton. Winsor & Newton acrylic paint, and a little bit of Utrecht paint. You could get this at Dick Blick's. This is pretty good paint for landscapes, and I'm starting to get used to the Winsor & Newton for landscape painting. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to start doing lives so only subscribers can see it. So I think most of you guys are already subscribed, but it's and then there's going to be also be videos for just members. I got 3 levels of membership that I had to start through YouTube. I got to name them. I named them after artists. Picasso, Van Gogh, And how come I can't remember the third one all the time? Just three famous artists are my levels. Da Vinci, Picasso. Here's my membership levels: Picasso, Da Vinci, and Van Gogh. This one here, I have to get the perk approved, but if somebody's on my Van Gogh level, they're going to get they're going to end up getting an original painting, but I have to get that approved through YouTube. But that's my plan on that level. I don't know if that will happen, but because I'm trying to do everything, you know, I got to follow their rules, which is fine. I did a live earlier and I put a bunch of white thing clouds up there, and it came out amazing. Like I just threw a bunch of titanium white up in the sky, and it ended up looking like distant clouds on their own. I'll try that on this one too. The way I do my landscapes, I'll put the paint on first, a thin layer of paint, and then I'll start getting heavier as the layers go down. The next, I won't use any more water on the next layer. It just gets the paint gets a little thicker and thicker as once I get this underpaint done. All right, there's the sky. I think that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Watch, now I'm going to try and put a few like floating clouds up there and see if I can get like something cool to look like some distant clouds. And then I'll put more clouds in there, just trying to layer them. Put a little blue back in here. I think I got too much white in there. All right, that'll work. I'll put some clouds up there in a little bit. For these back mountains here, I usually make them a light gray. I'm just going to mix, this is Payne's gray, and I just put a little white. For these mountains in the back, if you make them like a light gray, they'll look further back when the painting's done. It looks pretty cool. So I'll just put these in with this light gray. I'm using an acrylic brush. This Filbert number 8 Filbert. It's It's made for acrylic paint. It's very soft. The brush itself is really soft. It's which is perfect for laying down this underpaint. Like I said, once I get all this paint done, then the paint will start getting a little thicker. There we go. Look at those mountains. Oh, I forgot. I think I'm gonna make this one gray back there. Let me do that. We'll see if I want to keep that one in the distance. I think I do. It'll look better, I think. We'll have these mountains way in the back. Now these up front, I'm going to darken them up a little bit. You probably knew that already. Straighten this out. Let me see who's on. Izzy. Let me see what you're saying here. Is the paint expensive? No, they have, if you want to start out with, they have these kits you can get with small tubes for, you could get a kit that is made for landscapes, and you'll get all the colors, blue, green, yellow, white, and black, and then that's all you need is 3 colors to paint. And then just buy like some acrylic paper. And you only need a few brushes. You need a big one though to put a lot of paint up there. And you need one of these small fan brushes. It's not that expensive, and that paint goes a long way. So you'd probably be able to do with that thing I just showed you at least 30 paintings with that paint before it ran out. Because if you buy it in the kit like that, it's cheaper, because each individual tube is about $5, I think. It's $5 a tube, I think. Like for Artist Loft, this is from Michael's. This is pretty good paint. Although the Michaels I work at, they quit selling it and they started selling Amsterdam paint now, which is almost the same as Liquitex. Basics acrylic. All right, that's one big mountain there. That's all right. That'll be the main focus on this side, and then I'll put the trees on this side. So down here, I'm going to try and mix some titanium white in the bottom of the mountain and kind of pull it down into this valley with pick up some of the gray up here on the mountain and then pull it down into the valley here with the titanium white. Now wet your brush a little, and then you'll be able to blend this upper part here. Now rinse your brush off. Rinse your brush off. I'm going to go back to the bigger brush and then dry it, and let's blend the mountain in where those two colors come together. Just blend this whole lower portion in. It's going to make it look like mist. Okay. Look at that. On this painting, I'm going to show you a trick. It's called glazing. And I'm going to glaze this whole bottom after a while, after it dries, with a color, and it's going to change it from gray to whatever color I pick. It's a pretty cool trick. It's called glazing. Alright, so I'm going to have a hill here, a river here. I'm going to put the river in right now with the color of the sky, which was blue. That was ultramarine blue with some white in it. Now let's just put some blue down here. This is called blocking in the color. Let's just block it in with blue for now, so we kind of know where the river's going to be. And you don't have to like make it perfect right now. We're just putting color down. You could actually go over the lines. Just put the color in. Now we'll put the groundwork in around it. Okay, that's where the river will be coming down. Let's make this hill, this is going to be green, dark green, and let's make this is my favorite color. Mix in burnt umber and yellow ochre together. So it really makes this cool golden color. I'm going to mix it on the palette so you can see how I do it. If it just a small area here, so you can use your brush. Just get your brush, put a little burnt umber here. That's burnt umber, yellow ochre. Mix those two. Just use your brush. And let's block in this little hill here that I made. Just kind of brush it in. You can wet your brush a little. Like I said, this paint is just the first layer underneath. It's the undertone, what they call it. There's going to be a lot of things that go on top of these colors, so you don't have to put it in perfect right now. Let's lighten this up with white. What I do, I'll grab a little white and let's just lighten up the top part. Just blend it in. It's going to give us a different tone up there. Grab some of the burnt umber now and put it down here at the bottom so we get a different color down here. Maybe it'll look like a shadow in here, like a dark shadow. There we go. Perfect. That looks good. All right, this I'm going to make it green. So I have a sap green here. I'm going to put a little white in it because I want it really light. Look at that. Look how light it gets. the light green, and we'll put, I think, how do I want this hill to go? Maybe like, let's just block it in real quick, and then I'll decide how I want this to go. We'll put this dark up here, or light, and then we'll make this darker here. Add a little bit of black on your brush and put it in that light green. And let's make this a darker green below it, like this. Like maybe the light's just hitting on the top there. And the lower part of the hill is a darker green, just like that. That looks cool. When you're painting, you got to think about all these shadows, okay? That's why I put them in now, so I don't have to worry about them later. So this down here, I'm going to make that dark green as well. Just make this hill down here, or actually this is just grass down here on the side of the river. Just make it green. Alright, so there, I'm going to set this down now. Take a look at this. Wow, that looks pretty good. Izzy's peeking. I saw your dragon show last night. Yeah, it looks good already, yeah. It looks really rough. This is kind of like just taking a brush and putting it up there, okay? There's even other techniques that, like impressionism, you just you even do it worse than that. You just put the color up there on impressionism. It's kind of a cool technique. All right, so now this is, I call this the underpaint. So now you don't have to wet your brush anymore. The paint that goes on now is just going to be on a dry brush, so the paint's going to get heavier and heavier now. This is the first layer. I got to put my thing on the charger. My elf tank. Yeah, there's a lot of things I learned on the YouTube today. I went into my YouTube studio to read some of the stuff, so I'm still learning. All right, I'm going to do the snow up here on this mountain. There's like a lot of different ways to do this, but when you do the snow, you got to think about the sun direction. Like if the sun was like right here where my hand is, the light would be hitting on the front, right? Then you could put your snow pretty much all over the front. Now, if the light was over here, just hitting this side, then you'll have shadows on this side, okay? So that's the way I'm going to do it. So everything on the right of this mountain will be kind of lit up, and then keep this side over here dark, okay? Almost like a pyramid. Like if you drew a line here, it would kind of make a pyramid shape. This side would be light, that side would be dark. So think of it that way when you put the snow up. So just grab a filbert brush, any size. It could be big or small. And just put a little white on it. Now, so here's my line. So everything on this side of the line you could make white, okay? So let's just start by following the edge of that mountain and pull some white down. But you don't have to put it everywhere. Like, just put it in certain spots where you think there's snow hitting up here on this mountain. And pull it to the right. Because the mountain doesn't, it starts leveling out down here like this. The mountain essentially goes around, right? So you got to start leveling off your snow like this, okay? Just pull it to the right. Then we're going to put some shadows underneath. Over here, we'll put some snow up here on this peak. All right, I'm going to put some shadow on that side, a little mixture of blue and white and a little Payne's gray to make it look like it's like kind of dull. Yeah, we're going to put some shadow underneath some of this white color. I've been making my mountains go the other way lately, like putting the white on the other side. I'm trying to hurry up so the mountain doesn't take too long. But even underneath here where the white is going horizontal, put a little bit of this color underneath that too. Pull it down into the valley like this. Very good. I'm going to put some more snow up here because I want it to look like it's full of snow up there. There we go. That's good enough. I'm going to design some kind of like I want some water coming down. From way back here. If you've ever watched my videos if you go back and watch my other videos, I like to have like a trail. I like to put some kind of trail going back up into the mountains. Either a trail or some kind of river. Wow, that looks pretty good. I really like this. You could take, if you want to do some detail work, just take a small brush and then come up here and you can make all your uh, edges a little tighter up there if you want. There's more you can do on these this side. You could let's make a let's get some dark gray, Payne's gray, and you can make some of the edges a little darker here, like this, where you think the shadow is really dark. Just add some dark colors in here. It really adds a little bit more to the painting. I usually do this after I shut the video off. I'll add in some more shadow up here. Mostly right next to the snow, because that's where the shadow's going to be darkest. Right underneath the snow. And then the light's going to finally start hitting more over here on this side. And then just kind of blend it in. All right, let's move on to the trees now. That's good enough, the mountains. I like those. They look really different than how I usually do them. And that's good. Yeah. Tree time, yep. It's tree time, Izzy. Time for some trees. Then I'll do the clouds last. Let me do that wash down there real quick to show you. You see how I left some of this gray down here? Let's make that brown. No, let's make it yellow ochre. So how I do this, you grab a clean brush, it's a little wet, and get a little bit of yellow ochre, put it over here, and fill your brush up with yellow ochre. It's almost like watercolor. And then just put it in here, wherever the gray is, under the mountain. Just put this yellow ochre and put it in down there in the valley. See how it lightened it up from gray to like a bright yellow ochre? That's all you got to do. Now it's tree time. So I'm going to use this is a number 2 fan brush. It's made for acrylic and oil. The bristles are really stout, okay? If you just use an acrylic fan brush, they're really flimsy. So make sure you're using an oil fan brush. Let's put some trees up here. So I want to put some distant trees under this mountain here. Maybe maybe a few right here, because I think anything I put over here is going to get covered. So let's put a few distant trees out here. I'm using that burnt umber and black, and let's just tap in some small trees back here, maybe going up the mountain a little bit, and then pull the bottom to the left, just a little bit to the left, just like that. Those are so far away, you don't want too much detail on those back there. All right, so what I'm using is a mixture of burnt umber and black. And let's put a few trees up here on this hill. And bring them down a little ways. And then pull the bottom to the right just a little to create some shadows underneath there. You see that? Just pull it back a little into this green so you'll make some different things happening out here, okay, in the grass. Just like that. Don't try and make them too perfect. See how it's kind of like winding down a little bit? Now, I'm going to highlight these for you right now, and I'm going to show you what I see. I'm going to put a little white on here. Just a little bit of titanium white. I'm going to show you what I see. I see like a bunch of trees here in the front, and then here, and then kind of going back like that, okay? Try and get that to blend in, that color, just so you can see what I see there. Let's see what, you get the idea. Make it a little better for you. So you'd have a tree in the front here, right here. There's going to be one behind it. They're kind of going up and back, okay? That's what I see. So when you start doing more landscapes, you'll start seeing things like that, okay? Instead of a beginner would put the trees up there and highlight them differently, okay? It takes a little practice. It's all about seeing the way you look at the picture, okay? So let's, this is really close to us, this river. It's really close. So let's put some bushes around the water right here. So let's just put some small bushes down here on this green hill. Just put some bushes down and then pull it to the right, the bottom. Just pull some of that color into the green, just like that. Okay, and then we'll have some more bushes over here on the top. The same thing, just pull it to the right. We'll have like, leave that one in the middle for someone to go fishing right there. Same thing with these. I'll put a little white on here for now to show you where I think these bushes are. So, and I'm just going to kind of roughly highlight them for you, so so you can see how I'm laying these out. Can you see that? Yeah. So that's how I got the bushes going there. This is pretty helpful today, even for me. So I'm gonna, with my new membership thing with YouTube, there's only gonna be certain, sometimes there's only gonna be times I go live that only subscribers can watch. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, because that's what I thought I read on YouTube. Then there's also more perks for memberships. So I don't know how all that stuff works, so you'll have to bear with me, and we'll have to take it day by day, I guess. So this hill right here, I don't know what that is yet. What I need to do is I need to put some trees a little closer to us. So let's put some bushes on the other side of the water here. Just a few bushes here. Same way, whenever you put a bush down, try and pull the bottom color one way or the other, okay? You could pull it either way, but just get the bottom to blend in nicely, okay? Let's just put a tree here just to establish some depth, okay? I want to see if this tree is going to be big enough. Wow. See how small I made that? It made that like go really far away now. It made that river really wide. Now, if I made this tree really tall, it would pull this thing really close to us. So you gotta, that's how perspective works. So what I decided on this picture, I'm gonna end up putting a birch tree over here, right in the foreground. So I could make these trees over here any size I want, because my main attraction is going to be right over here, a tall birch tree. It's going to fill up all the sky up there. So what I'm going to do, I'll keep coming down here with some cool trees. Just keep coming down this river with try and make them look a little different each time. And watch, I'll put one right here on the side. I like to fill in. I like to fill the painting in. Just fill it in with color. Doesn't that look cool? Wow. It's looking pretty amazing. Now, these trees are far away there. I want to put, I think this hill, I want it running like, watch, I'll put some shadow in here. Like this. Like I want it running up and down right there. You see that? Maybe up to here. And then this is running kind of down. So I'll have to highlight this side with some light and then leave that side a little dark. That looks pretty cool. I got to figure out what to do with this hill here. Uh, I need to break it up. I need to level it. Make it's too it's too big. So what I'm gonna do, I'll take some. Let's start with some white, a little titanium white. Maybe design a. I don't know yet. No. I was trying to make it look like three hills there. Let's see what happens when I put some shadow underneath there. All right, I got an idea. Let me put the rest of these bushes in down here around the river. Just some like grassy things down here. There we go. Maybe I can just cover that hill up with trees. That'll work. That'll work. All right, so I'm going to put some trees here. Uh, I was watching this live a little bit ago. It was some guy in L.A. has this camera on the airport, and he just shows the people, the planes landing and taking off, and he's got like thousands of viewers watching him just uh, show the planes landing in LA. And he's got, it's kind of, I like planes, but he's got a big following of people chatting chatting on his channel about all the different planes landing, and it's kind of cool. It's different. And he's got a super chat going. People pay to put a super chat, and then he'll mention their name. And see, that's what I don't know how that all works right now, but I'm learning. I started a membership, so like I was saying at the beginning, I got three levels. Picasso, uh, I can never remember the second one. If you want to support the channel, this is the way YouTube wants us to do it. So I got membership levels: Picasso, Da Vinci, and Van Gogh. My Van Gogh level it's got a nice perk in there, but I got to get it approved by YouTube, because if you do that level 3 one, you're gonna end up. I want to end up giving you one of the originals. So if you're a member for a certain amount of time, but I got to get it approved by YouTube. So, but I think that's what's going to happen on that level, because any support will help. Because I mean, this paint, things are getting more expensive to buy, you know. And I go through a lot of paint, trust me. I have to buy, oh man, the white. I use so much white, it's unbelievable. All right, so I like this, what's going on here. And hopefully you guys saw how I highlighted these bushes the way I see them, you know. Let me fix these back here. I didn't put those in very good. So I'm just going to re-hit these distant trees back here. Those are distant trees, okay? So this is looking good. What I think I want to do now is put the birch tree in, okay? I haven't done a birch tree in a while, so what I usually do is I'll run the tree straight through the whole painting. And I'm going to use this is the color I used to sketch it at the beginning. This is burnt umber with black in it, okay? It's really rich, dark color. Now, I'm using a number 8 filbert brush. And I'm going to just put the tree in real quick. I'm thinking I might, I'm going to put one on this side and then one on this side of the river and put a reflection. So I'm going to put a big tree right here. It's going to go through the whole painting. Kind of go up straight, but stop a couple times as you go up, okay? And it just like that, okay? Make the bottom a little bit wider at the bottom. Okay, that's going to be in the foreground. It's not messing it up, trust me. Load your brush up again, and about above the mountain, let's put a branch coming over here all the way up and out, just like that. Let's load your brush up again. And I'm going to put a small branch off of this one, like a Y. Very good. Now over here on this side of the river, I'm going to put another birch tree, okay? And it looks cool. I'll put a reflection in the water here, and it almost looks like it's on this side of the river, but it's not. So this tree is going to be a little thinner. Take it straight up, same way. Kind of stop on your way up a few times. And then try and make the whole tree about the same thickness all the way up. Very good. Very good. That looks awesome. That looks great. Now, same thing here. Let's put a Y on it. Maybe straight up and out. And then we'll put one up here, straight up and out. We'll put a branch coming off the side here. Wow, that looks amazing. That looks really cool. Aircraft aviation. Have you seen that one channel where they watch the flights take off in LA? It's a live channel. I was watching it earlier. It's kind of cool. The guy, he like commentates on all the planes that take off and land in LA. So this channel, I activated everything on my channel, like the membership and all that stuff, and so I'm gonna have eventually I'm gonna have videos where only members can watch, but right now I got it where only subscribers. I don't know if you can do it just subscribers, but I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but things are evolving. The channel's going to evolve into like a live paint program, which is what I see. It just kind of hit me today because the reason why I was painting was just to get people involved into learning how to paint. But I'm noticing people just like to watch me paint and talk. Because I live in Seattle. There's a lot going on. I lived in Las Vegas for 20 years. I got so many stories about Las Vegas. You'd probably love to hear all those stories. I was in a band, a heavy metal band in Las Vegas, so I've got lots of stories about the band scene in Las Vegas. I'm in two bands here right now in Seattle, Rick and Lisa. We have a channel on YouTube, Rick and Lisa Experience, if you want to hear me sing. I got a lot going on, so I'm trying to put all my effort into this channel right now. So these are going to be birch trees. I'm going to put some, use a knife and put some bark on there now. And then you're going to see why I put those in there. They're pretty amazing. I got to pull out the Dick Blick knife, and we'll put on the bark right now. I got a couple of you on here, but I'll upload this later if you can't stay the whole thing. Lucky T, how you doing? Good to see you. Wow, this is going on over an hour, so I'll have to hurry up now. Lust for Life, how you doing? Make sure you guys subscribe. I need more subscribers. If you've already subscribed, try and share some of my videos. I'm going to start doing more lives, and then we can do like a chat session while I'm painting, like we're doing now. But I think I need more subscribers for sure. So this is a birch tree. I'm trying to get the bark put on just right. You just pull it halfway across the tree with your knife. I'm going to do this back one a little lighter because it's further away. I usually put a little gray in here so it's not so bright white, but just for this live, I'm just using bright white. Keep that in mind if you put a birch tree in your painting, to maybe put a little bit of gray. That way it's not so like bright white, unless you want it bright white. Now you got to do all the branches with this bark for it to look right. I'm kind of rushing, but take your time. You get the idea. Just like that. That looks pretty good for a rush job. I'm trying to rush because I'm over an hour now. Wow. That landscape came out awesome. That's all on the fly. Everybody's leaving, but I'm going to put the reflection right here now, and it looks cool. It almost looks like this tree's over here, but it's not. It's across the water. So what you do, clean your brush off and just get a little bit of the color from the tree on your brush like this. Just a little bit. Now we're going to put the reflection of that tree in here. Just pull it down like this in the water. Just like that. Now rinse your brush off. Rinse it off really good. And kind of dry it. Dry it on a rag and lightly go across that reflection. lightly. Just like that. Okay, there's the reflection. All right, guys. I think it's over an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this video. And if you're already a subscriber, you can still help me by sharing. You can help by sharing my videos so I can get more subscribers. I never highlighted these bushes. These were that was just temporary, just to show you how I see those bushes. So I'm going to put some light green on these bushes and highlight them. You just touch it with your fan brush. Don't smear it, just lay the paint on top, just like that, okay? Very good. Now you can also highlight your trees by coming down like one side, put a dress on them. I call this putting on the dress. Just put it on one side of the tree, the light color. Okay. It's like putting on a dress there. You could do all your trees with a little highlight. Just touch it with your brush where you think the top of the branches are. Just to get some dimension on the tree. Let me get some more color. And I'm just doing the side where I think the sun is hitting. And leave a lot of the dark in there for shadow, okay? Very good. All right, I think I'm going to end it here. Don't forget to highlight your bushes here. Start with the lowest one and then work your way to the right, and then just do it like that. Start with the lowest one and work your way up, just like I did these. And you can highlight your bushes like that, okay? You can do that with those trees back there. All right, guys, I think that's all I'm going to do on this one. I got to put my traditional bird up there. You got to have a bird in your scene. Put a couple up there. Couple birds. And we'll put one down here low. Flying through. Coming through here to go fishing. I'm not really done yet, huh? I got a little more to do, so I'm going to stay on for another 5 minutes. I still got to put the water down here, so grab a fan brush. This is the easy way to do it. Grab a fan brush and fill it up with white, just like this. Load the brush up. Now, think horizontal here in the water. Put your brush on there and underneath, then pull to the right. Underneath your bushes, pull to the right. I had to move the brush because there's different levels there. You see that? Don't take your brush underneath like this. You got to keep it horizontal and pull it over this shadow now. Over the reflection, just pull to the right. Just like that. I'll put a little bit over the reflection. You keep this all horizontal. It looks like the water's running down now. All right, guys, that'll do it. This one came out pretty good. I really like it. We got people coming back now, or it went from 5 to 1. That was weird. But thanks, everybody. Hopefully you subscribe, and then it'll alert you next time I do a live. Come back and check it out. I'm going to start doing some abstract faces. They're pretty cool. If you go to my community page, you'll see, I think I put a couple of the faces up there that I'll be painting. They're kind of cool. They don't look like Picasso, but they're kind of along that type of art, okay? Really abstract art. But man, look at this landscape. It came out great. I really like it. If you guys have a channel you'd like me to subscribe to, just let me know. I'll help you guys out. That's, if you're a creator, you know you got all these different buttons here. Let me show you the haunted something. Oh, here's a new one. It's called Sketch. Wow. I want to see what I look like in a sketch. Now I got to watch the video to see what I look like in Sketch. That's awesome. Let me put the haunt back on so I can see. Gigi, thank you. Wow, that's the first. You're the first person. I'm going to see what I look like in haunt. Now I got to watch my own video to see what I look like. These are kind of cool, these functions. This is 8mm, old school. Bubbles. Thank you, Gigi. So I just started today. Actually, I started today. I started the membership levels. I got 3, Picasso, Da Vinci, and Van Gogh. And the Van Gogh, I got a special perk in there. I got to get it approved by YouTube. You'll probably end up with one of my original paintings if you join this Van Gogh level. These are all just, you get members only, live chat, shout outs, loyalty badges. This is something that YouTube does, but I'm trying to follow their rules, and I'm just learning. So I appreciate everybody coming in today and watching the live. I'm going to do another one in a couple hours, so hopefully it alerts you when I go on. I'll do either a landscape or I'll do like an abstract face. They come out looking pretty cool, like Picasso style face. It's like a distorted face. So I'll see you in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. Gigi, thank you so much. And I'll see you on the next live.